Meghalaya at Sylvan House. Cabinet approved amendment to the Meghalaya Identification, Registration, Safety and Security of Migrant Workers Act 2020. State government constituted a rationalization committee headed by Commissioner and Secretary Education Vijay Mantri. Nongpo MLA Miral Bond's aim presents work orders for SRWP development projects across 4 villages. And District Health Society launches World Breastfeeding Week 2024 with the theme Closing the Gap Breastfeeding Support for All. The news in detail. Chief Minister of Meghalaya Shri Conrad K. Sangma today inaugurated a dissemination workshop for forest officials on forest survey and mapping for Meghalaya at Sylvan House. Sangma emphasized the importance of technology in data collection, analysis and policy making, stating that integrating data from various departments will enable the government to create effective policies and interventions. He also released the final report on forest survey and mapping for Meghalaya.
Moving very fast when it comes to data collection and data and information about different aspects of forest cover, different aspects of health factors, different aspects of education, and all the other different departments that we have. And now there is a huge inflow of information that is coming in. And what is important now for us to do, whether it's the forest or any other department that is there, is what is it that we do with this information and with this data? That is the critical part.
The Cabinet on Friday approved amendments to the Meghalaya Identification, Registration, Safety and Security of Migrant Workers Act 2020 and the Meghalaya Identification, Safety and Security Rules 2020. The MDA's spokesperson Paul Lingdor said one of the main components of the new amendment is that state government will optimize efforts to check the antecedents of the migrant workers to ensure that only those with no criminal antecedents can join the workforce as migrant workmen in Meghalaya. Lingdor further said that the cabinet decided to make use of the central system called CCTNS Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System.
Per offender. In the case of repeat offenders, there will be an imprisonment, simple imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 months. These are workers who wish to work at Meghalaya, for which there is this act under which they will be registered. So they have to either obtain a police verification from the home state, or when they reach Meghalaya, get their antecedents verified by the state police.
The state government on Thursday constituted a rationalization committee headed by Commissioner and Secretary Education Vijay Mantri and representatives of the SSA non-teaching staff as the members to examine the proposal for enhancement and rationalization of the salaries of SSA non-academic staff at the state, district and block level. This development comes after the representatives of the agitating SSA non-teaching staff met Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and discussed the demands at the State Secretariat. According to the terms and reference of the committee, it shall examine all the proposals received thus pertaining to the enhancement of salaries and all non-academic staff of SSA and to study the pay structures of other societies in the state of Meghalaya.
The committee shall study and suggest steps to eliminate all the disparity in pay levels of the similar posts across various districts and blocks.
Nongpo MLA Miral Bond's aim visited 4 villages in the Nongpo constituency yesterday to oversee development projects funded by the Special Rural Work Programme SRWP. The villages included Umdan Khasi, Umdan Nongtlo, Umdok Kha Lom and Maulong Nongtlo. During his visits, AIM handed over the work order of several projects, including the construction of the Dorbar Hall in Umdan Khasi, funded for 3 lakhs. In Umdan Nongtlo, he represented a work order for 2 lakhs for the construction of a cemetery. Additionally, in Umdokha, Lom, he handed over a work order for 2 lakhs for a well construction and church site beautification project. These projects are part of the SRWP for the 2023-24 fiscal year.
Order of 3 lakh for the extension of the community hall or the village auditorium. Number 2, I have handed over a work order of 2 lakh to the headman of Umdan Nongtulu for the construction of cemetery shed. And number 3, I have handed over a work order of 2 lakh to the Sengentay in Umdok Halum for the construction of fencing.
South Shillong MLA Sanbor Shulai on Thursday informed that projects worth more than 100 crores are being implemented in his constituency. Speaking to media persons after holding a review of the developmental schemes and projects in the constituency, Shulai said that projects worth rupees 107 crores are being implemented in his constituency. Some of the massive projects are construction of motorable roads, link roads, drainage systems, etc. at a cost of rupees 48 crores. Similarly, another project of development of cultural completion of Seng Khasi Re-Rat Laban is being taken at a cost of rupees 10 crore.
But engineer di department prepare ki ba yang ka konsumsi ki ba rap banyo scheme ka bolong minta kana ka simporo kolong rupees 107 crore 46 lakh 16,843 only ka bamut she's pa nyau crore sau penreu lak kan reu hajar praspa sau pulai tegamut kadai ke kamram ke jonga ban penbena.
Residents of Block 2, an area along the interstate border between Meghalaya and Assam, have expressed serious concerns about the inadequate educational facilities in their villages. Many students are reportedly dropping out from their studies due to the lack of quality schools. A public meeting was convened by the local MLA of Mauhati constituency, Charles Marngar, at Umlaper village to address the issue yesterday. Attended by village leaders, youth, teachers and parents, the meeting highlighted the absence of adequate school institutions in the region and the need for better educational infrastructure provided by the Meghalaya government.
Education Minister, but aduk mentang yang nangai am, dia respon dengan kalian ngelom. Umbalong mentang, baru kini school kimpat dan school building. Kini kebadan home loper mentaru, kadai ke ying dorbar, but pelong school hangi. Dia baru higis ni kisendiri kisnong kimpat dan school building and infrastructure kimpat dan. Kita kalian juga mentang kesengi lah sim yang karai, ba lakum no kat balak. Nanya konsitam ban penyo mari way school building nak mentagi ini kita peliki kisnong.
The MLA of Nongpo constituency, Miral Bon's AIM, met with village leaders from Maulong Nongtlu, Maulong Sepngi, Umterlen, and representatives from the Maulong Presbyterian Church and the officers from the PWD Road yesterday. The meeting focused on planning for the 25th anniversary celebration of the Nongtlu Mathan Presbytery, scheduled for June 2025. During this meeting, MLA's AIM emphasized his commitment to ensuring thorough preparations for the Jubilee celebration. He outlined the need for coordination among the various stakeholders to ensure a smooth and successful event.
Minta ke jingpen kerek kum Ramadan dong jingseng ke pandal ke sound system bat ke wiki jingpen kam dan terkadang wane ke sengi lah yo alat ban pendep ya kan ke jingi kenduk lang so ban ai ko boleh kerpang na ko benta jong kabalang de musnong ke paro bal ai ke jingi train lang bat haka ju opor na ko benta ban penpau ya ke jingi ko boleh ke kerpang halor ke jingi simkia jong I sembut menteri orang ba cong ka jela ke jongi ba stun song I balok kloi ban yo sngo yo jing kerpan na ga banta begini yo ya ki internal road ka ba mai.
Leaders from the Hinyotrap Youth Council, Reboy Sepni, and the Hinyotrap National Youth Front, Patarkma Circle, met with the manager of Air Max Private Limited in Paham Jirang Block following a complaint about the dismissal of 3 Khasi youths. RC Thank You, president of HYC Reboy Sepni, stated that the meeting aimed to address the unfair dismissal of the youths. The company's manager explained that the dismissal was due to the youth's inability to collaborate effectively with other employees. Following the meeting, the company has agreed to reinstate the 3 Khasi youths who are expected to resume work tomorrow. The District Health Society National Health Mission East Khasi Hills on Thursday launched World Breastfeeding Week 2024 with the theme Closing the Gap Breastfeeding Support for All. Speaking at the gathering, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. M. Amperine Lingdo highlighted the significance of sharing knowledge about breastfeeding and its benefits. Lingdo shared her personal experience as a mother and expressed concern about the impact of untreated measles on mental health.
Ki kami kata tukang hospital bakari ki ko ki ayam kendi kabu kami ka joki pampiling ki ko ki jona kam tam lele na ka poto ki don na incubator hadu jan lai ka jin jong ka jin sang jo ka joki kani gede ka jin koridor jong kabu jo ka kami But haki jela syakri India bro, but kamtam nilai haka research ka perkai bro ini kidon yang kata breast milk bag. Kejagaan haka ba kikmi ki bapahu ya kapu ki contribute lagi ki ayat, but berimpat ya ku kita kikun kita.
After 40 years of hardship due to the lack of clean and safe drinking water, the residents of Nong Sopian village with around 120 households have finally received a reliable supply through the JJM scheme. The JJM scheme, which received funding of around 83 lakhs, has been successfully completed. The village Darbar of Nong Sopian today organized a public inauguration and was attended by the Superintendent Engineer of the PHE Western Circle A.M. Lartang and the Executive Engineer of the PHE Nongstoin Division D. Shabong, along with other officials and staff from the PHE department. The Sinjuk Kidongnya Taxi Sor and Kapsor, together with the Mao Yong Rim Taxi Drivers and Owners Association and drivers, honored Feliza Hujon from Molai Mao Yong Rim, who won bronze at the 8th International Karate Championship that was held at the Netaji Indoor Stadium in Kolkata. She is the daughter of B.L. Nongsiet, the president of Mao Yong Rim Taxi Drivers and Owners Association, and Shimti Bahun Hujon. Speaking to the media, Pinsuk D. Uroy, General Secretary of the Sinjuk Kinongnya Taxi Sor and Kapsor, encourages Hujon and others to work hard and bring more glory for the state. And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature was recorded at 20.9 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was recorded at 17.5 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 96% and the relative humidity in the evening was 93%. Rainfall 11 millimeters and the forecast states moderate rainfall and thunder showers very likely to occur at most places. Before we wind up, here's a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates workshop for forest officials on forest survey and mapping for Meghalaya at Sylvan House. Cabinet approved amendment to the Meghalaya Identification, Registration, Safety and Security of Migrant Workers Act 2020. State government constituted a rationalization committee headed by Commissioner and Secretary Education Vijay Mantri. Nongpo MLA Miral Bond's AIM presents work orders for SRWP development projects across 4 villages. And District Health Society launches World Breastfeeding Week 2024 with the theme Closing the Gap, Breastfeeding Support for All. With that, we end the news. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.